Hello, I'm Carla. I have Joe joining me today, and this tutorial is for Dandasana. So Danda is a staff, not staff that you have at the office, but like Moses and his staff, and it implies straightness. So Dandasana is also called the L-shaped pose sometimes because you've got a complete capital L shape in your body. Right, we're going to go into it already. You're going to sit up right with your spine and extend your legs out in front of you. You can either take the feet together or keep them apart if you need space for the sacrum or space for your knees. You adjust the flesh of the buttocks back so that this crease between the buttock and the thigh is open and you're on the front of the buttock bones. The hands are at your sides. Palms are extending down, arms are locked, elbows locked, and you're pushing into the palm, stretching into the heels, lifting the spine. Joe manages to get a lift of the sacrum when she's doing Dandasana. However, if when you are seated in Dandasana, you can stay. If you're seated in Dandasana and your spine slumps down and you cannot get the sacrum to lift, then you can take a blanket underneath the buttock bones and sitting on the blanket, just depends on how much height you need, sitting on the blanket, legs out in front of you, hands at your sides. The more height you take some wide height so that you can put your hands on the same support. And the dilemma here is for some people, the arms don't quite reach the floor, you need to extend the arms. If the arms are too long, you need to extend the spine. If you really cannot, you can adjust your hands forward or backwards or be a little bit more on the fingertips until you learn that full stretch. You keep the legs upright, the feet upright, the legs strong. There's an extension from the inner knee to the inner heel. From the inner line of the foot, you turn across the sole to the small toe side, and from the small toe, retract into the hips. You're not just gripping the thigh muscle. If you just grip the thigh muscle, then the feet tend to fly up. So be careful that you're not just and getting that leg to extend. There's extension without tension. You're pressing the thighs down. You keep the heel of the foot grounded into the floor. From here, we're coming into Urdhva Hastasana Dandasana. So staying in Dandasana, Urdhva Hastasana is taking the arms over your head. Arms overhead. As you take the arms overhead, remember to breathe. Each exhalation, ground the thighs down. Each inhalation, lift up through the sides of the body. Trying to get the arms behind your head, so don't drop the head forward to do that. Lift your chest, lift your gaze, breathe, and as you exhale, you can release the hands down again. So Urdhva Hastasana Dandasana is a nice pose to practice. It can be challenging on the arms, and if you have really bad high blood pressure issues, just do it with caution. Now we're coming to Padangustasana Dandasana. Padangusta is your big toe. So you're going to take your index finger and your middle finger together, and you're wrapping it in between the big toe. The thumb is on the outer edge or the inner line of the big toe, and then two hands grasping. Now, with this connection, you want to lift the breastbone up. You want to bring the spine into the body and really work at getting this lovely length through the sides of the body. Not everybody has the flexibility to be in Dandasana and hold on to the toe. Taking a strap around the ball of the foot helps to get that lift up versus fighting to get to your feet. Breathe here. Pressing into the thighs, lifting the chest. When you've been in Padangustasana for a few breaths, you can release and come back to sitting in regular Dandasana. There's also a twist that we do in Dandasana. So it's called Parsva Dandasana. Parsva means going to the side. And the first twist we're going to do, you're just going to come straight up from Dandasana and you're twisting. So as you twist, hold onto the outer thigh. The hand goes behind you, twisting to the right side first. At first, you want to keep this hand moving towards the left buttock as much as possible. Keep this right shoulder away. And gripping with the hand on the right thigh, the left hand, bring the left shoulder through. When you've had a few breaths there, you can release. Right, to intensify the pose, we're going to go to the left now. So twisting to the left, grip your left hand with your left leg with your right hand. This hand comes back. And again, you're bringing the right shoulder blade in, moving the left side of the chest around. To get this chest to open, you'll then start to work at opening the palm out and see, can you get more openness in the side of the chest? If you have no neck injuries, you'll also then turn your head to look past your left shoulder. Breathe, extend the spine on the inhalation. As you exhale, you're emptying the abdomen to twist. And then when you've been there for a few breaths, you'll release and come back to Dandasana. Sometimes we do Parsva Dandasana by extending the arms over the head first, a little bit more challenging. So just start slow, but if you want to try, take the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, you turn and you bring the arms down in a smooth movement. This hand can already be back of the hand against the thigh. So you're coming to the more complete pose where you turn your head also. To come back, you don't necessarily have to bring the hands up. So just come back to Dandasana, keeping your hands down. And the next one we'll do Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, come to your full Dandasana. If you're there, exhale, empty the abdomen. Inhale, lift up the chest. Bring the right shoulder blade in to open the right side of the chest. And you're welcome to come back through Urdhva Hastasana, where you lift the arms up to release, a little bit more challenging, and then exhale and extend the hands at the sides. Right, so that's Dandasana. Dandasana is the position that it's the seated pose that you use to go into your forward bends, to go into your seated work. It's the equivalent of what Tadasana is in the standing poses. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.